Let's see here. Wow. Had 230. Oh, okay. 18. Came back into that fair value gap. I took a few bucks out of that one. Not really trusting it here. I'm gonna probably get out though. I'll probably pull back, but it might be riding the line here. But I have this blue line. It's just a 15 period SMA. Oh yeah, it failed. Glad I got out. Didn't I mean the pullback? I figured it wasn't gonna really hold this area. This is the fair value gap that I drew from over here. Basically, this big push here up, drew it in the bottom of this candle here, this wick, and then basically to this previous wick that was a red candle over here. You could have actually drawn it just about to here. So you're gonna see how this candle holds. Oops, use a horizontal one. You want to see this hold right here. So if this can hold, wouldn't be a bad long. If this yellow line could hold, it wouldn't be a bad long. But if this is the break, come back down, retest in this area here. and then you'll see it potentially hold. So like if I was like, okay, I'll take a long here, and then I'll just do it to show you. This is a live account, but long here, right? And then there we go, nice little pop off that support area, and then just risked it down to this area here. Let's see, how many points is that? Let's see, the 74s, but my fill was a little higher in the 80s, and then you're just gonna risk into like the 50s roughly. But that's why you use these MNQs, because the MNQs are just, you can tolerate them, you know. And I'm also watching this volume. This volume's kind of falling off too. It's not really doing exactly what I want. I think this has a little bit more potential to still squeeze back up and save this area. There's a lot of dip buying going on right now. Looks like almost like a lot of accumulation going on in this little zone here. And it looks like ideally what you'd want is you'd want to probably do a go to shapes and let's see, rectangle. Probably want to buy like in this area here. Like this would be a nice little demand zone, right? This was just that fair value gap up here, and then yeah, and then down here would be like a demand zone on this one. So we're kicking around here a little bit. It's not really doing as much as I want, but I'd like to see it. It's accumulating. It looks like in this fair value gap, which has already been kind of tested, but never closed outside of it. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of a chance. It's a little bit risky because there's a lot of longs that are potentially trying to get in here and do a little bottom dip, and then if it doesn't work out and it breaks, maybe I can dollar cost average to a little bit of a better price, but there's not much. 70s, 72s, I don't know. Let's see here. Nate says, if drops heavy through OP moves through, first 1 minute fly. Just having fun here. Do not pay me anything. Pay attention, please. Okay. Cool. So here's that pop. Like I said, it's probably going to be accumulated in this little area. Taking a little bit of a shot on it. I'd like to see it eventually just accumulate, pop, come in here, and then eventually go right back up and then test. I wanted to test this area up here. This up here is where I have, I'll put red in, even though it doesn't really have to be red. Just, let me zoom out here. So as you look left, it came down here before and popped and jumped up. Well, today it just sold off right through it, right? Hacked right through it. So I'm just looking for the break here, right? So, Annalyn, hello. So basically, there was a break here on this one. Came all the way down. It's been accumulating sideways, and now it's popping back up a little bit. But I want to see it then come back up here and then retest, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Now I'm looking for the retest. So this thing's gonna come up out of this fair value gap I bought, but then down below on the bottom of this fair value gap is the actual candle that broke out. I'm drawing that as like a little support. Okay, so that's a little support right there. See if it's gonna accumulate in here well and hold, and then also break over the 200. So like breaking over the 200, nice squeeze back up, and then eventually zigzag its way all the way up to here, which is pretty far. I don't know if I'll hold the trade that long, but yeah, just watching it squeeze up and then retest this line, which is a little bit above high day, So it'd have to recapture a little bit, but so kind of going to the left again to see if it'll retest this and then either break out or fail. So I'm gonna take off that 40 right there, another $40. I mean, nothing crazy. This could break out, but at the same time, it's been kind of struggling. But I do want to see this thing pop out like that. I should have kept it. That's all right. So pop out and then eventually try to come back up here and retest this area up here. I mean, my patience is, I don't have much patience right now, but this is the plan. I've already drawn out my plan. It's gonna go up here and retest. As it's squeezing through the 2s, 220s, like now I'm kicking myself for not keeping it. There's gonna be a test right here at the 20,230 range, so area, most likely. So you're gonna see a little test in right here in this area, and then actually gonna break through that hopefully, and then continue up here, and then retest way up there. Clips again, and then retest up in this area here. This should come up eventually and test that. Right now it's in the mid 25s. It's doing pretty good, pushing up pretty well. There shouldn't be much of a pullback in here. There should be like just basically a few candles that keep pushing up. The test should be right there at the 228s. So definitely in this, in this area here in the 228s right here, that should hit. There it is, and then continue to push up. In theory, you all have to have a plan. I don't have a crystal ball, but so what I would do is I would then draw a horizontal line off this wick here, and just see how it reacts. If it can push through, come back, and then retest, that could be like another entry. Also, you have this trend line break up here. So drawing this line here, the top here, all the way down to right there, like that. Hey, Ari. Yes?
I do want to watch Peppa.
Oh, Peppa the Pig, huh? Okay.
You said later.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's not really later. It's been like a little bit, but soon. Okay. Next, let me come get. I'll get you in like 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So this is probably gonna come up here. Hopefully, hold this little. Oh, how are you already hungry? That's a good point, Nate. I don't really trade on that much, but I also don't disregard a 4-hour chart. It's probably a smarter thing to be going off of for sure. Was that the so fair value gap test rejection now? Huh? Okay, okay. Oh yeah, thanks. So this one here is same thing. I mean, it's gonna go most likely come up here and test up top here. My day's been small. Hey Ari, I'll get you something to eat here in a minute, okay? So here's that small little pullback, and if this could hold the 30s here, you actually get in long, which wouldn't be bad. Like if I just grabbed like a couple right here and got long. Well, I missed it. There's that small pullback right there, right to that support line, right? And then pops up. And I'm not saying it's going to keep ripping or going, but I mean, maybe it'll hold enough. Now I'm going to get in long on this 230 because that's another opportunity for me to get in. I missed it, so now I'm going to get back in. 2 contracts, just a quick scalp up. I mean, it's not a lot. I'm not sitting here trying to hit a home run. I hope it works out, but I also have risk. See, it's hitting some stops. Risked all the way down into the. I kind of got a. It's not a junky fill, but a little bit. Those are hitting stops. Those are just liquidity grabs right there. Liquidity sweep. Come in, liquidity sweep. Hopefully, it's not going to keep momentum and then just rip right back up. But like I said, I don't know. Liquidity sweep and then hopefully push right back up. And I'm only watching the MNQ. I'm not watching like other stocks or anything like that to get a good pulse on what's going on. So there's that liquidity grab, wicks down, pop, 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 pop. Everybody stops, hit, and then now I'd like to see a nice push right back up, just to show that it's here to stay and here to support right on that 28. Took a little bit of drawdown on that. It wasn't fun, and if it's not pushing, I could always get out, right? Like I'm like, this isn't really doing it, and then just try to get back into the bottom. Like right now, it's kind of looks like it's struggling. Look at the time in sales. It's just kind of jumping around. It's not really doing too much until it squeezes, and then it's like, okay, I'm glad I stayed, right? So, like that squeeze. There we go. I'm gonna take one off. Look at that squeeze. See that? That liquidity sweep below the support there, and then just squeezing back up. It's like I said, my patience is horrible today. I just want to get in, grab some stuff, and then get out. I'm gonna get out break even on this rest of this one. That's fine because it kind of just jumped up, hit probably a bunch of stops. If I could stay in it longer, it'd be a little bit better for sure. But then just watching this thing grind all the way back up into this area, that's the goal, right? So, hello, I'm back. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, good morning. Yeah, so this thing's gonna start probably be grinding. It's going higher a little bit here. It's kind of doji candle indecision, but if it could keep pushing, yeah, it's gonna be great. And then right here should be a little pop over the 43s. 43s should be that quick hit. You've been busy, huh? Nice. It's always good to be busy. Let's see here. Today on the day, looks like I'm up $327 and continuing to rip, but hopefully a little higher. So, I'd like to have a goal about $500. That'd be bad. Wouldn't be so bad. So here we go, continuing to grind higher. As I said, this is the big target up here, but I kind of got out of the trade. Keep pushing here. She's been busy. Okay, here's that possible rejection right here off this candle. There's a pullback. Not liking the volume that's dropping. That's the only problem. That's why I got out. Looking at the volume down here is very low. Low volume. But it's low volume on a pullback. But this is also getting smaller. Like a big rip up and then just getting smaller. Breaking that little support. I'd say to the 15s. Possibly pull back down to the 15s here. Watching. And that'd be a nasty pullback, but it could happen. All the way down to the 15s. If they don't buy it up. There's that pop all the way down to the 15s. Wow. 17. Hit 17. That was a dip buy though. The dip buy was to the best case scenario to the 15s. Right into the 15s. I'm gonna buy right here. 15. I don't care if it's catching the or not. 50. If they get hit 15, I'll go. That's a nice buy. That's a nice dip buy if I can get 15s. Oh, so close. Okay, here we go. Watch into the 15s. 20s are holding. And this is just scalp all day long. I mean, I'm not even holding these things long at all. Just scalp, scalp, scalp. Look at that. Beautiful. Just came down, snap, snap. All those liquidities swept that for the people who put in really bad stops right here. I'm telling you, 15 would be a nice entry. If we can get a 15, that's ideal. Gotta wait. My order's out there, so if you're just getting in here, just day trading the day after Halloween, depending on where you're at. I'm up $327 just trading these the micros. The minis are some big moves, but okay, well, here we go. 15, 15, no, 15. It's gonna snap down, probably snap down into like the 12s. There's my 15 hit. Got filled. Let's see if we can push right back up now. This is that dip buy that I was waiting for, being patient, and then now we get a nice push right back up into the 20s, hopefully pushing all the way back up into the 30s. I need 28 to break, so I need like right here to break over. Need to have to go higher over the 20,228. Let's see if we can get enough momentum to keep pushing up. Keep pushing up. It's getting stuck a little bit, it looks like, in the mid-20s, looking at time and sales. The volume's not doing too much, so 20s need to hold. This could fail. I'm gonna re-add here for another 15 add because it's just another bottom dip for me. Hopefully the mid-20s again. Mid-20s. Just scalping. Took one off right there at the mid-20s. I need this to pop over this line here. I need this to pop over this line and go back up into the 28s. Right? That's the original plan. Break over that 28. It's kind of getting... It's messing around. Mid-20s again. Looks like it's going to push. It looks like it's going to push up. Come on. Break up. Let's go. Over the 28s. There's the squeeze. There's that squeeze on top. There's the pop. Stops are getting hit. All the way back up here. All the way back up to here. Keep pushing. A little bit more. One more pop up into the 40s. Continuing. I'm going to take mine at the 38.50s. So right here, 38.50. Maybe it should have been 35 actually. That's okay. Back down, bottom dip. Buying market long to go a little bit more here. To all up to the mid 30s, 35s. That'll pop over to the 36s. 36s. Pop, got one off there. continuing up into the 38s, and that's when I'm going to get out my complete position. I'm out. Covered. Or actually sold. It's not covered. I'm not shorting. I sold my position there. So that was that whole thing. It's still going to probably go. This whole thing's going to break out over into the 40s and then test right back up into the 50s. Let's see what I got there now. Now I'm up $398 on the day, just on those scalps. Just playing small contracts on the MNQ. It's continuing to push up into this whole other area here. This is where you want to see it break up over and then come back down, retest, and then continue up. The goal was to go back up into here. There's been a lot of drama, though, in between all that, so that's why holding the whole time is a little risky. There you go. You're popping up over into the 46s now, mid 46s, going to test the 50s next. We'll see. Maybe it will. That's asking for just a little bit, nothing too crazy. So if it squeezes out some stops here, it definitely can hit all the way up into the 50s, but I'm not sure it'll be able to break through the 250s in this area. We'll see. Just watching. The volume's not really. Let's see here. This was 3 minutes. Volume's okay. I wouldn't short this, but definitely interesting little spot for a pullback, a scalp. But yeah, I'd say that's the goal up here. There's that push into the 50s. Still watching. It's looking pretty good. There you go. Pushing over the 50s now. 52s. It's a breach over those 55s. Continuing to push. The whole plan was for this to go all the way up here. That's that line right there. So pushing up, continue to push up. Popping over the 55s and 56s. There we go. This thing's ripping. Might take one long here. There's that push all the way back up. Look at that. It's continuing to push all the way back up into where I was saying it needs to be tested. The reason why I say that needs to be tested is we look left the other day, right here, or whatever, at the nighttime sessions or whatever. Let's see, that was the nighttime sessions the other day on Halloween, and then broke through later that day, all the way down, whatever, right? Looking at the chart, now it's coming back up to retest this area. This is a very important area of confluence. You want to see it either double top here, come up, pop, double top, and then roll back down. But this is an area of resistance, potentially. You got 1 here, 2 here, double top play. You might see a nice little fire off over up into the 80s. So we're just going to continue to watch it. Right now it's in the 60s, pushing into the 70s. Watching the volume down here. You want to see some volume really start coming up. It's going to squeeze out potentially the shorts up here in this area. Yep, it's munching through stops, exactly. Yeah, so like I said, this thing, the whole thing should grind right back up here, right? I drew it earlier, and yeah, so into the 85s potentially, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it reacts. See, right now it's getting pulled back. I'm gonna throw a short in here. It's a little early, but let's see if I can hold. I mean, I understand it's going up, and it might be not the right play, but maybe I could dollar cost average in. I'm gonna go short. I got a little short a little too soon. Maybe I'll get out and then I'll. So they're trying to hold that. If they can not hold that and they can just get swept right here, that'd be ideal. So I just got short on this candle here. Could also just be a nice little pullback and then a rip higher. That's what you gotta be careful. Oh, I was right. Maybe. Is it gonna flush? Oh, I was right. I was right to get short. I saw that topping tail and I was like, I'm gonna get short. There it is. Not bad. Continue. We'll see if it'll hold though. It might just get bought right back up. That's the problem. Yeah. Here it comes. That's a bottom dip. I'm actually gonna. I feel like adding short. I'm gonna add one more short, just for one more flush down to be able to fill this tail. This bottom tail. There it is. There we go. I'm gonna cover one just to take some off, so I'm not totally risking it, because it could pop right back up and then just rip me off in the high day. I think it's gonna go down to the 50s. It went down to the 53s. I need to see it go right through and then just crush the 50s and then just rip right through. There's no reason for me to lose on this, so I just covered. That's okay. It might continue to go down, but those bopping around things, all it needs to do is get bought right back up. But this should probably pop right through, and then if it can crush the 50s, I don't like going into a $50 mark like right here. I don't like this. Usually supports and holds and then just pops right back up, and so I don't want to even play that game. But sometimes it also snaps, but I don't really want to play that game. Of course it's going, but there's that. This is what I'm talking about. This is that pop right back up. You don't know, because they're covering. People are covering in that $50 mark area, and then, yeah, then just pops right back up and gets bottom bought, and that wasn't a bad play though. Got me a few bucks. I mean, I'm at $423 now on my live account on the day. This is just a cash account, so not bad. All right. No more. The prop firms are one thing, but this is just the cash account. And I'll pay myself today, dude. That's the cool thing about having a cash account. You can just pay yourself every day. I'll pay it today, and then it'll be in my account next week because it's a Friday. There's that bottom. See, it's getting bought up. Now back up into the 60s. I really do think it's going to push high day. High day is not far away. It's just right up here in the high 70s. It's high day. But looking at the big picture, if this thing can double top and then keep coming down, that'd be a good play. I could have just risked a high day. Very low risk to me. I might do it. I might short this thing. But this could also be like a cup and handle. So it comes up, comes back down, comes back up. Here's the handle, and then just breaks over this and continues higher. That's cup and handle. Cup, and then forms the handle, higher, low, whatever, and then just keeps ripping up. Also, what you could do is play the trend line on this as well. So like as it comes down in this trend, you could just buy off of that. So draw this trend line right here, all the way up to there. Let's make this yellow. Make it thicker. Okay, let's see if it breaks trend. Also, there it is. It broke through those 50s eventually. but we'll see if it'll hold. Also, you got a little bit of support down here in the mid 25s and possibly the 30s. Look at that. Oh, my short would have worked out perfect if I just kept it. Risked a high day. Because now you have people that it's breaking the trend line and they're getting out. I'd say if it could hold this, that just looks like a little bit of coverage, but if it could hold this, it's got potential to keep going up because it'll be holding the trend line. There you go. Nice little pop there off that trend line. That's that trend line I just drew. See that? That's that trend line hold. It reached through for a minute, for like a second, but then it just popped right back up. And this is that handle I'm talking about. So now it creates this handle. It's going to curl and then go pop back up and then into that resistance zone, whatever. That's that break and retest. So that's why it's really hard to want to get long up here. And then or pop up to high day. High day is like in the high 70s, like 78s. It's right up here. So 78 would be high day roughly. Back into the 50s, 50s regain with a nice bottoming tail. You'd like to see this 5-minute candle right here, 5 minutes. 5-minute candle close. And then that's showing some strength, as in like a bottom buy or covers or whatever it is. That's showing strength and into the cup. So the cup would be pretty good. So I'm going to go long here if I can get filled in the 58s. Probably not going to get filled. Oh, there we go. Got filled. That's that little pop down and then up. Should be potentially good enough to make this candle green now. Okay, ripping that green one up. And then now some shorts might get squeezed if we can get it up there a little bit higher. Watching this thing go up. Potentially squeeze out. It could also drop right back down, which is horrible. But squeeze out this tops and then push high day. If we can get it. There we go. Squeezing it up. 63s. You need to see the 65s pop. Once this can pop over the 65s here, it's going to be a nice little push up. It's going to be pretty quick, I would think. But I don't know. We'll see how the battle goes. There's some sellers coming in at 65s a little bit. It's kind of battling. I don't have like... Oh, it's coming back down. I think those are bottom buys if it comes back down for a second, but we'll see. I don't want to see it go down to the 50s. I really don't. There it is. They're defending the 60s, high 50s, pushing up, going to retest these mid 65s up here. That's what I'd like to see. There we go. Mid 65s need to pop over. Need to get over that. Need to get Need to get over those mid 65s. Push into the 70s and then go test high day. Here we go. Come on. Could this be it? Continue to push. Small pullback. Mid 65s again. Needs to push over that. Ooh, looks like there's some sellers in there, but it's okay because we're gonna get squeezed. Just waiting. I'm gonna put a stop down here at like break even. That's where I want my stop. I'm actually gonna add. Oh, thought about adding right there. I didn't do it, but I should have added. Then took my profit on the pop back up if it happens. Pull back down. Oh, I missed it. I don't like it coming back down in that little area, but it's got to move. It's got to work. It's got to watch it work. mid 65s again, or into the 265s again. There's that pop. There we go. New green candle here. I want to see this thing rip up and see if we can push high day. Come on, keep going. I'm going to take off half here at the mid 65s. That's fine. At the 265s. And I'll just leave a runner on to go up to the high day. See if we can get some momentum enough to be able to push here. Oh yeah, short bias. You shouldn't after a huge. I wouldn't have a short bias today. I mean, because of that gap fill potential. That thing got pretty beat up. I'm leaving a runner on for high day. Here we go. Here's that high day work. Let's see. There we go. High day just hit. It's gonna continue to push. There's my red line. Look at that. So let's keep pushing up. Let's see if we can go retest. We want to see a break and retest, but let's see what we can do here. That's going to be 80, 85s. Okay. All right. I got you right now. There it is. There's that rip right there into the 85s.
I am hungry.
I got you. I'm going to get you some food right now. My kid wants to eat. So we'll see it. We'll see how this plays out. This breaks over this. So there it is. It went right to a high day, or right to that line. Hit the 85s. Tested it. Let's see if we can squeeze some shorts right here. I mean, a massive squeeze. I'm not seeing too many sells. Should push. I would like to see a nice rip. This is a confluence area. This is a big spot right here. High day keeps getting pushed. I got a runner on.
Daddy, I am hungry.
I know. I got you.
Baby.
You're not a baby.
Baby is a baby, and baby wants to be one.
All right. So there you go. It came. Stop hitting my arm. Stop. Okay, here we go. So we're into this area I was saying before. This was the target. It finally grinded all the way back up from that fair value gap here. Broke through it a little bit, then came right back in. I'm looking for a rejection in here, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant on where I'm at here. So I might just... I'm watching it, but... It might just... I was hoping it would just break through and rip through this thing and hit all the stops. But I'll just put a stop down here in like the 60 or the 70s or something, 69. I'll just put a stop in 69s. Gives it enough room in case it doesn't, because it might just turn over. Because it looks like it's kind of rejected off that level a little bit. But I'd just like to see it pop right through and hit all those stops and really rip through and go test back up into like the 20,300 range. This has a good area to reject, but I think it's going to squeeze because high days usually keep squeezing. Especially when it comes into confluence like this. This is going to be that test, and I think it's going to really rip some faces off right here. If it has potential to do so. I don't know if it's going to do it, but it's got potential to just absolutely just squeeze. But this could also, here's the break and retest. If this retests and fails, then at least you know you can short. It doesn't look like it's doing it. I got out. I got a nice little pullback right here, but it looks like it's just like not really, it's not really, you don't see any momentum going in that area. It's a resistance area. So I just took profit on that. Like I said, my patience, I don't have any on this today. High day, could squeeze. This was the area. There's the squeeze. Potentially squeezing. It's kind of resisting. And I'm not seeing the huge volume spike either. Like the volume's just, yeah, see, it's rejecting. Yeah, at least it seems like it. That's why I got out of that. I was like, nah, it's not really doing it. You would know if it's going to push through that. Yeah, it's rejecting. So this would be a great short right here. Look at that. See, I wasn't feeling it, and I didn't see volume coming in. Nothing that was supporting that. That's why I got out, and I took my profit. I would have been at break even. See, it's rejecting. Like I said, it's going to go up into this area, and then like either it's going to rip over or it's going to reject. And this is a test and so this is what I'm saying. Like this is a test in break and retest, and the retest is a fail as of right now. It could break over still. That's the only thing. You got to give a little bit of room. So it just, as of right now, it pulled back pretty hard down to that trend line, and that's the only thing supporting at this time is that trend line now. But it wouldn't be a bad play. Again, now, so for me, if I was to play this trend line, all I'd be doing here is like letting it break this trend line, come back up, retest the trend line or something, and start pulling down again and failing. But then it gives you a risk to the high day a little bit, just a little bit steeper of a risk. Let's see what I'm at for the day. $475 now on the day. Not bad. I'll be paying myself a little bit later. I had a little drawdown from the day before, so I'll pull out $300. Actually, here's how it works. Okay. So you got a live account, liquidity, 5,300 whatever dollars. You do withdraw, and then let's see. Yeah. So then, yeah, here he is. I'll go down here, and you choose this account, and then you choose what place. I have Patelco, so I choose that, and then you go down here, and it goes. You put in the amount you want to take out. In my account, it says 304.88, so I'll take out 304.88. 304.88 to get my account down to $5,000 again. And then, oh yeah, definitely green week. I ended the week 1,000. Wait, no, I pulled out 700 or just under 700. So here we go, and then I'll confirm transfer. There you go. Transfer is on its way. And that's how you pay yourself. And then now I will go back. Tradebait, live account. I'm very transparent. I'm not trying to lie and say, "Oh, this is what I do." I mean, I'm not the greatest trader, but you know, I do my best that I can. So here's that break of the trend line I was talking about. How if you want to get short, but this little line here is a little bit of probably a, potential hold. But I don't know, high a day, it's not very fun to get long at high a day. And especially if it comes back down, rips off your face. But there's going to be some people this is also still the cup and handle. Here's the cup, handle forming. Handle on the bottom is better to go long here and then have a risk to maybe the 40s. And then as this thing squeezes a high a day, that's when the handle really plays out on the continuation. But I wouldn't want to get long up here, because if you're long and you're getting stuck, then you're screwed. Yeah, not a bad cushion for sure. Let me see if I can see here. So yeah, 475 in the day. I had a little drawdown yesterday, but I came back today. Obviously, I didn't care. Yesterday was like a no win day for me, basically. Let me see if I can figure out how this thing works here. Today, cash history. So, yeah, you start looking at like the transactions because I did a ton of trading yesterday. I kind of over traded and it was pretty bad. But looking at the history here, I mean, this is for the 30. This was, yeah, so I took a little drawdown. So I was up yesterday. I was up a little bit. I was up like, 166 bucks or something. I think that's the high. 160, 169, 169. That was my high day yesterday. Up over the 5,000 because it's a $5,000 account. And then, does it say when I ended the day? Yeah, okay. So then I ended the day. Let's see. Right there. So as you can see, 10:31, 12:30. I'm like, I'm done. I can't make it work. I ended up losing another like 300 bucks or something like that with my profit. So I ended the day yesterday down about 170 bucks off my account balance of 5,000. So that was it. I took some weird drawdown, but anyhow, that's kind of what you can do with your cash history. You can go to the cash history and look at that stuff. Account balance history. Let's see if no, that's account balance, position, performance. I wonder if you can do today. So this is today's performance for my. I've accumulated 300 plus in transaction. Oh yeah, less than a week on micros. Wednesday, it's too crazy, but cleaned my act up yesterday. Did well. Yeah, I understand that. And I'm actually really thinking about paying that 1,500 bucks and getting the cheaper fees, just because it just eats them up. I mean, look at this. Like the fees. I don't even know where they're at, but whatever. It says I paid or I made 475 today, but the fees, dude, I mean that was a pretty significant amount. 50, 60 something dollars fees or whatever. So we're almost 60 bucks in fees. So yeah, I mean just under $60 in fees. Because my gross I made was 532 today, but because of the fees, I made only 475, which is fine. That's whatever it is. Cost of doing business. I also traded a little. I was just doing a lot of scalping and dollar cost averaging. So today, I mean, my largest winner was 80 bucks, right? And I had winning trades, I had 22, and then my losing trades, I had 2. My my loss, my losing trades, I lost $5.50. I kept it pretty tight. Max drawdown, $10.96. That was today. Max run up, 481. So I don't know, doing pretty good. But the my winning trades, whatever. So like my win percent today was pretty good. I'll take it. That's a good day, especially for me on Fridays. I know that with my metrics, my Fridays are, pretty interesting on Fridays. Honestly, I used to suck real bad on Fridays and die bad. Give it all back, get wiped out. Not bad though. Winning trades 91.67%, and then losing trades are only 8.33%. I'll take that all day. Yeah, so that's the metrics for today. Not bad. So it's 11/1. That's today. Cash account, real. I'm not like some guru or anything, but I kind of do understand how to trade. Have I lost before? Absolutely. Nobody wins them all. Orders, position size, subscriptions. Oh yeah, subscriptions. You gotta. Whatever, it doesn't say it, but you have to have like the live subscription account for like 14 bucks a month, whatever. So it's not bad though. to be honest. This isn't really doing much. It broke. Like I said, if it breaks that, it's got potential to go down, but it's just not really going down. I think there's a lot of people that are off today too. But if you could short this is the time to short. Is you short up here. I was thinking it was potentially rip some bases off. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, is this really gonna snap? I mean, this is gonna probably hold. All right, it's at the 50 mark over here, like 250 mark. I'm not saying it's gonna run, but I mean, all you really need to do to play something like this is just go, okay, it's higher lows, all that stuff, right? And say, oh, I want to go to the high side because people are just accumulating. They're gonna wait for this thing to rip its face off and go higher. Fine. What you do then is you can wait for a 5 minute or maybe even a 1 minute candle to make a new high, and then you just risk to the bottom. That could be your strategy. Like right now, this thing could be curling right off the bottom here. This is a little higher high, or higher low. Excuse me, higher low, higher low. So instead of getting in right here, unfortunately, you'd have to get in up here. But your risk is, let's call it 20 points. Just risk 20 points, or even wait till down here to get it. I would think you'd want to wait till down here. This would be a better spot to get in, like in the 40s or even the 30s, like down here, because that's all these stops are going to get hit, and then this thing's going to come back, and then it'll square up potentially if it's going to go higher. So shapes, rectangle, right here. That's where you want to get long. Oh, look at that. It's coming right into my zone. So that's where you want to get long, is into those 30s. And I'd say, yeah, look at that little bounce now. Swept. I don't know if it's going to hold, but it's definitely hitting stops. And then now if the bears start coming in, they might start slapping it, but that's how you start getting long to go to the higher. You don't want to get high way up there, on the top end, and then just get straight stuck or screwed. Yeah, lunchtime sucks. Yeah, liquidity grab. Yeah, fail or push down stops. Yep, just like that though. See how that just came down into that zone I was talking about, and then now it's kind of, we'll see if we can hold here, and then keep going back up, and then trend line break. Okay, so you got trend line breakers going. Oh wait, you got trend line break. Let's go. So it's gonna be here. They're looking for that to break now, to go higher. And then if that can get on the other side of that trend, then you can start squeezing up, and then you got yourself a good play. But right now, so now it's coming back down, double bottom, buy it again. I don't know, or it could just snap and then come right back down. Obviously, down into here, into the 30s. The 30s would be the ideal buy. Your really ideal buy would be obviously down into the 215s. There's multiple levels to start buying for it to reverse, but this trend line broke though. If you look over here, there's another trend. That's going back up again. So this trend here, if you draw this line here, all the way up, that thing broke. That snapped this trend line here, going up. I'll go yellow on that. And then you have another trend here. It's almost looking like a flag. This is also the 1 minute chart. This has potential to go back higher, I feel like. Definitely got some potential. But you need volume. You're going to the 50 mark. So if the 50 can reclaim, they're going to play that game of like 50s, 40s, whatever. 30s even. All right, I'm going to go hang with the kid and stuff like that, but I think I'm pretty much done for the day. Had a nice $300 day. I was in over my initial balance of $5,000, or some $5,000 account. Nothing too crazy. It's no reason to. There we go. Here's the push. We'll see. Can it make it? Keeps testing that little trend line. It's getting tight down here. This would be a better spot to get long, honestly. 50s, that's fine. Then it squeezes up into like at least the 65s. Bottom dip here. Pulls back. I'm just gonna do it in the 45s if I can get filled. I'll take it if it goes to the 45. It doesn't look like it's gonna just roll over, but who knows? Okay, one pop there. Did you get food? You did? Oh, okay. There's that little pop right there. Okay. Watch my arm. My arm's on the... We'll see if this thing can hold. I think it would be hitting some stops here and then just rip right. There it is. We'll see if it can hold.
Dada,
Yes.
Peppa.
Yeah, sure. I gotta get off this thing. There's copyright.
Get off.
Pretty soon.
No, right now. Baby. Baby.
I'd say like give this like a $30 risk. I say so like this to like down here to the 30s long. So I'm long and then I'll give it to the 30s. This thing should squeeze up though. I would think this would squeeze right out of here. That's what I'd like to see at least. Obviously me being long on the bottom, which is cool. It might liquidity grab down in here. I'm gonna add one more, I think. Not my arm, honey. I love you. Okay, my arm. Here, stop. Grab my arm. Okay. Oh my god, my kid's all over me. All right.
Yay. Daddy.
There we go. Let's see if we can get this thing to pop back up. And then rip some faces off and rip that trend line. You want to see that trend line break. Just keeps on getting rejected though. It's just down, down, down.
Hooray, hooray.
It might be like a flush.
Dad, do you want green or red?
No, I want green.
Green.
I'm gonna bottom buy this, I think.
Bottom?
Yeah, dip buy, little dip buy. Okay, all right, okay.
No.
Get down, babe. Please, get down. You're like, seriously, like, I can't hold this. All right, stop. There's that pull down. Hopefully this thing can go back up here. We'll see. It's really starting to come down a little. There's your short, dude. Right off the top. It's working out.
Boop. Yay.
You're not listening, okay? Stop. Stay down. Get off me. Don't be sad. I'm trying to hold this. I'll be out of here in a minute. I told you that. Just give me a minute. Things are kind of rolling over. Give them back a few. Into the 20s. Gonna add one more, and then I'll cut it loose if it sucks. But I just see this nice little bottoming tail come up. See if we can get a little regain. That was nice. That's a nice bottom buy though. There we go. Come back into my average here. My dollar cost average into that a little bit. Hope I can get one more pop up. Come on. No, don't come down. Darn. It's almost break even there. Which I could, and I can. I'm thinking there's gonna be a pop over this at least into the 40s. I'd like to see it. Nope. come back down pretty good there. Need some buyers to step in. Aye. I'm giving back a little bit here. Oh boy, wow, it's really ramping. Into the 15s, I might have to add one more. Gotta add one more. Just because that 15s can, if they can hold, that's where it will hold. I give back some stupid play. You'd think the 15s would hold. Now I'm into the 28s. Aye. Let's see this thing. I would think it would hold, but I guess not. There's the rip. Let's see if I can get right back up into break even at least. Jeez. Come on. At 28. I'm up at 28. Ugh. Oh boy. Now, oh boy. One more ad. Dollar cost averaging all the way in. Gonna lose on commissions, but that's fine. I really hope not to give it away. This would be horrible. Oh my god, it's going. And dollar cost averages went all the way back down. Jeez. I'm just gonna start getting out. You know what happens when I get out? It's just gonna go all the way back up. This thing's gonna pop all the way back up, isn't it? What a terrible trade. Get back like half the profits today. I need this to just go back up finally. Oh my god. Horrible. But I lose like 100 and something on that. Here's where I need it to pop and rip faces off. I only have 5 contracts on it, but it'll get me back to at least maybe even. There's the 28. Into the 30s. Come on. Rip. Come on. Keep going. Oh, man. It's getting stuck. I'm getting out. Oh, my God. Well, I lost a few bucks on it. Not terrible. What was that? 475. So that's okay. I lost like a few on that. Oh, here it is. Here's that big old bottom sweep coming right on back up now into the 32s. I was really thinking that was gonna. This thing it's taking it. It's a nice little bottom dip by there for sure. Wow, that was nice. I tried to get long there one more time, just for one more little scalp up. %50 of that wick is important. Yeah. This whole area is like this is like a supply, I mean, excuse me, a demand zone though, right in here. Like this whole area, you can see it just right. Like this whole area right here. I wouldn't say whole area, I'd say maybe from this bottom wick. So like this area here would be like a demand zone. I almost feel like going a little bit bigger, but does this really feel like it's gonna, what's it doing here? Could it break out? Maybe. Like, could it break out of here? Potentially. Does this continue to go down? Does it pop back up? I was gonna call it a day, but now it's kind of getting, it's intriguing me a little bit here. I almost feel like shorting this right here, this break of this flag. And I have some larger size that I'd play it with. Like right here. It's holding this little small flag, but I almost think that that's the wrong way. But if they get stuck in there, which I don't think they will, I'm gonna go long on this. 24s. 24s long. Just a quick scout for a pop out of here. Just a pop out of there. Come on. Just a quick pop. I would think they can push to the 30s. I could be wrong. For sure. Oh no. There's that fake out, breakdown right there. Trap those shorts and then rips faces off and goes long. Come on. Do it. Show it to me. Show it to me. I should probably get a better position. There we go. Come on. Can it do it? Can it do it? There it goes. Nice. There's that little pop. That's all I got out of it. But this thing could rip and then just start really going. And I'll be like, oh, I should have kept it. But it's getting a little volatile down here. I think this thing's going to squeeze. God dang it. There it goes. Over into the 30s. Now, let's see. It's fighting. It's struggling. Oh my God. This thing's just going whippy. It's still going trending higher though. I think it's got potential to squeeze right back up into the 40s, 35s, and then 40s. Yeah, that's okay. Got my money back, right? I need what, $14 more to be back to that. But I really think this guy's potential to squeeze up into the 30s. Be a nice play right back up off these bottoms. This is this demand zone, and then right on up. There we go. 33s, 35s. There it goes. Playing games though, it wasn't very clean. It wasn't just like, okay, here it goes. There it goes into the 40s almost. 38s. Yeah, it's definitely make or break for sure. I don't know if you're talking about that one or not. I just saw the comment. There it goes. It's going to start grinding all the way back up now. We'll see. Who knows if it does or not. Also, break a retest of this area here, or retest in here. But this is showing momentum to the high side, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I'll get short right here. This is going to be a squeeze spot into the 40s. Oh, should have kept it. That would have been a nice. I would have paid myself out another couple $100 because I got the MNQ on there, the mini, instead of the micro. Small pullback. This is where it needs to hold the 35s and then continue higher. And then also probably draw a trend line here. Pull back. Oh, I tried to grab that little snap pullback and then like just a micro pullback and then push higher into the 40s, 45 squeezing. The shorts are going. Darn, look at that beautiful play. No, yeah. Here's that break. So come back down, maybe like test the 35s. If this thing wicks down though, it's gonna be showing rejection of the 50s. 35 would be the play here. If we can get to the 35s, that's the play. Oh, I'll just take that, whatever, 40s. If I can get it. I missed it. There it is. There's one. Now I need to go see it rip up. I'm out. Trying to get filled at 44s. 44.50s. Oh, man. That was the pop I needed. Hopefully one more pop. One more pop. Darn it. There we go. 20s. 35 is going to be my stop if I got it. Let's put a stop down there. There we go. Come on. Bull flag me. Let's go. I got stopped out. Mid-30s. It's probably going to go back up. I just didn't give it enough room. Then again, it could roll right over. Who knows? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's a pull. I got in long just so that hopefully liquidity sweep. Keep going, keep going. Really? Again? Wow. There we go. It's not really behaving, is it? Come on, go back up to the 40s. There we go. Come on. I want to see this thing rip. I'll take it. Whatever. This thing's not really behaving like I want it to. It's playing games. That's all right. $1,200 may just be the new 1,200 candle dip. I don't know. Let's see. This is going back to the 40s. Maybe. This looks like a kind of head and shoulders, but I'm also not on the 5-minute. Head and shoulder, maybe, yeah. Snap right down here. I'm not sure. I mean, this thing, it's getting bought back up a little bit here, but it might squeeze. But I don't know. This looks like a trap. This doesn't look that good right here. Of course, it's into the 40s now. If I would have just kept it, but it was just whipping around. Now it's going up, but that tail, ooh, that would have been nice to keep. Really nice. Into the 50s. I feel this, I don't know, it feels so trappy to me, like it's a bull trap. But that's, I don't know. Can't get a good read on it right now. Because you could easily snap over that 50 mark, but if it goes back up to test high day, it's a higher low. It's over the 50s, sorta. I feel like shorting this. I almost want to see like a topping tail. I'm gonna short it. Oh geez. Just a quick snap down. Whatever, I got out. I snapped it. I snapped it a little bit. I feel like this is gonna roll over. Because if I was long, I'd be like, oh no, and freak out and hit the sell button. Look at this. It's gonna. Is it just a small pullback? Oh man, it's so hard in this area. It's that read. This is where it'd be nice to have bookmap or something where you see like buyers and sellers. I just scalped a few, but this could be a potential rollover spot for sure. Because it's like a doji candle right into the 5-minute. The volume's kind of going down lower, which you don't want to see as it goes up. You want to see it. See, oh, this is It's gonna drop, dude. I knew it. Dang it. I didn't know it, but I was thinking it was going to. Look at that. Now they're buying the bottom, dip buying it, smart. And then they're gonna resell. It'd be nice to see. The time and sales aren't really moving much, so not a lot of volume going through. Now it's reclaiming back almost to the 50s again. Looks like it's going down. I don't know. Small pullbacks. It's definitely resisting the 50s. It's getting into some trappy. Still down from my highs on the day. $25, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. This thing could squeeze. I don't know, dude. I don't think it. It's not really. It's just clowning around. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know about gut. I usually just have a plan, but this is just slowly coming back up. And then not only that, like it's the size too. Like if you take, 1 mini or 1 micro, that's a heck of a difference for sure. Now it's over the 50s. Will it hold? Micro pullback, getting long. Maybe. Nope. Didn't get filled. It might retest the highs though. That's the only problem. Another pullback. Let's see if this one can hold again. Okay, I'm long just for a scalp. I mean, a quick one. Oh, come on. Long for the dip buy. Maybe. Got out $50 or so. Nice little dip buy there. I scalped it. I'm actually up now a little more in the day than I was. I was at 475, now I'm at 504. These are just games. I'm not even gonna be playing with it. This looks like a nice little flag though to break out to the high side now that I look at it. But the only problem is it's a lower high off of the 5-minute chart up here. So, but if it's gonna keep going because there's a lower low, it has this it's got this trend line potential issue here. But if this could hold here, that could help. Cup and handle. I don't know. Almost look like that whole head and shoulders. Higher shoulder, but lower shoulder over here, which is bearish. So, oh wait, all the way down in the 30s now. Testing the 30s. Potentially going to hold there. This could be a nice little pop up just to cover, or for them to cover, and then just get a little scalp back off those 30s. Might not hold. Head and shoulders pattern. We will see. Yeah, 500 is not bad. You're right. Call it good, especially for a Friday, like I was saying. Sometimes you need people to tell you, "Hey, dude, $500, bro. It's fine." There's that pop. It's that greed. It's the greed. No, I'm not greedy about it. I don't really care. I just thought that there might have been a play there. Look at that bottom buy though. That was a nice dip buy off the 30s. Nice dip buy off the 30s. No, I'm good. 500 on the day or whatever. 300. The profit wise, it's going to be 333, but I'll take that and I'll just have that roll over into next week for sure. Hey, you could always paper trade. I mean, that's the thing. Or you have multiple accounts. Or what I like to do also is have. So I know I'm paying myself. Go, okay, well I'm paying myself. So why don't I go buy a prop firm and then just go do an evaluation and then start trading that? Because if you lose that, it's like $33, right? 33.50. So who cares? Versus losing actual capital. And then if you trade that well and you get paid out a couple $1,000, then at least you're doing darn good. And then you can throw that half and go spend half or invest or do whatever you want with half, and then go invest the other half into your cash account again or something. Just build up a cash account. It's the ideal way to do it. So, all right, I've been live for about an hour and a half now. I think I'm pretty much good. It's lunch hour. Things are kind of slowing down, it looks like, volume wise. I might pop back in around the noon, power hour, whatever. It's noon to me. I'm out in California. So, we'll see. Nate, thanks for hanging out, bud. I'm going to actually mod you. There's a jacket. Good seeing you again. And I'm going to call it.